Greetings Internet, welcome to Aaron Plays and I hope you're doing fantastically well. This will be the continuation of my Normandy campaign. We're into mission 3, which is 3 patrols, 1 for each platoon. We've done 3rd platoon's patrol. We're in part of the way through now 2nd platoon's patrol. We've done the first 3 turns in the previous episode. So now hopefully I'll get another 3 turns done, see how we're doing for time and such forth. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I just want to say, let's go down the board, see what's going on. So just a brief recap, just remind you, it is night. We've got a +3 moon. So I've got to remember the maximum activations. This one using a trusty D4 is 4, no matter how many commands they've got. This is 2nd platoon that's on its mission. There is no staging area, so we've jumped off from the first row and we're moving forward. We've got effectively these route points we've got to go through. We've done route points 1 and 2. Route point 1 we put on this card, route point 2 put on this card. Route point 3 is where the objective is, route point 4, and then we've got to get back within our lines by the end of the 10th turn. So it's been a little bit of a firefight in and around this area. We have a German casualty here. We've got an American casualty here. I need to get them back. And I can't go onto this card, route point 4, until I've been onto route point 3. So that's what we're going to do in turn 4, hopefully. Unless Battalion have got something to say. So without any furthers, let's get into the action. And we start with Battalion orders. Or not, hopefully. Drawing a card, do we get the radio? Oh, we do. They've got to put their tuppence in, haven't they? Got to put their tuppence in. What are they going to say to us? Right, HQ events. We draw a card to see what we get. And we're looking at the 10 number, which is 1. Comm trouble. Great. Battalion HQ does not activate COHQ this turn. COHQ must spend its first 2 commands to re-establish communication. And I earn an experience point if I do that. Okay, so we won't be under normal activation then, will we? So if I just bring up the sequence of play here. All right, we've got Defender Command phase now coming up, and Battalion HQ impulse therefore doesn't occur. So therefore the CO HQ impulse doesn't occur. Therefore the platoon HQ impulse doesn't occur. We go all the way down to the initiative segment where the CO HQ initiative impulse occurs, and we see how many actual orders he gets. Okay, drawing a card. Well, not drawing the whole deck. What am I doing? Drawing a card. Okay, so he gets 1. 1. All right, he's not undercover, but he is veteran, so that gets him 2. Now it says I've got to spend 2 to re-establish communications. So I spend those 2. So in actual, well, how many has he still got saved? Hold on. Right, where is he? Where is the man? He's here. So he's got 4 plus 2 is 6. He can spend a maximum of 4. So he spends 2 of those to re-establish communications. Okay, so I've made a cube here, which I'm going to stick on my game notes. And I've called it successful HQ events. That's going to earn me a victory point at the end. The red one here is if I do a successful grenade attack. Point blank grenade attack. So we haven't earned any of those as yet. Okay, and you can see we've got 2 route points that we've cleared, and those potential contacts. I don't think they'll have any effect on the experience points, but we'll see. Can't remember. Anywho, so he's still got 2 orders left. So where is he? He's sitting here. I remember mentioning I placed him on the wrong card, and he can't move. So, and we've got to use the radios. So we're talking about 2nd platoon is the guys that's on patrol. So he can radio communicate to them because they're, is there a line of sight there? sees through. So yes, you can see. So there is a line of sight. So you can activate second platoon. Remember, he's got 4 activations. Uses activate second platoon. Who's here? So let's. And he will activate the XO. Okay. That leaves him with 1 order, which is him done. Okay. So we fulfilled the victory condition. We used maximum of 4. So he's got 1 left. We move then on to the platoon HQ. The platoon's got to be activated before the XO can be activated. So let's see how many orders he gets. Draw a card. And he gets 1 as well. Remember, we're using initiative here. They weren't activated normally. So he gets 1. Now, he's not undercover. What rating is second platoon? He's line. So he gets 1. He doesn't get any detriment, but he gets 1. So he goes up to 5. Remember, he can only spend 4. I keep saying, I know, saying remember, I'm actually reminding myself, not you guys. It's just one of those things, if I can remember it, I can do it. Yes, I've got a D4. Sometimes, as you well know, I get carried away in these things. So he's got 4, and he's sitting back here. Probably time that he moves forward. Which he does. He moves on to this card here. There's no cover here at the present moment. So he'll be marked as exposed. That takes him down to 3 orders. With 3 orders, we need to get this guy back to the casualty collection point, which, oh, I set 1 up. Oh, that was a bit, oh, it's over here. That's not too good. Guess what you're doing next turn, Mr. COHQ? You're going to be creating a casualty, moving the casualty collection point to your card. Unless someone else can create a casualty collection point. I think it's just a CO, but let's just double check. Never hurts to double check. Okay, that's quite interesting. So, as it's a 1 platoon mission, even the platoon commander could do it, or a member of the staff. So the sergeant or the XO could do it. Well, I'm probably going to have the XO do it and place it in this gully drawer to get this guy back. So, all right, we've got 3 commands left for the, where's he got? There he goes. He's exposed, isn't he? Right, 3 commands left. I think we need to move someone more. So we're going to order the sergeant. Now, can he order the sergeant? Because he's only a platoon HQ. Can he order the sergeant? Let me check. No, he can't. No, he can't. Platoon HQ can only activate, give orders to any unit attached to their own platoon and any lats. Sergeant is a freewheeler. He's not attached to the platoon as such. So no, he can't order him. Fair enough. So he orders forward. Who are we still engaging in combat here? At present moment, nobody. Yes, wo bist einen Deutschlander? Okay, so he orders this guy here to pick up the smoke, as that's down to 2. He then orders that guy forward into foxholes within the cemetery. That leaves him with 1 order remaining, and he orders this guy here to look for cover in this orchards. So we're drawing 3 cards. Looking for the word cover. 1, got it. 2, 3. Okay. Basic cover, but basic cover is good enough when you've got none. And as he's found the cover, he's then marked as exposed. And that's a good point, because he should be marked. Up to there. Well, there is a volume of fire there from our own guys. No, I'm going to mark him as exposed. You don't fire on their own, guys. Even on the same card, that would fire was continuing there. Okay. So he used all 4 of his orders. So he has 1 remaining for the next turn. Flip that over. All right. So now the XO. No. Yes. Yeah, that's a good point. COHQ Initiative Impulse. Draw an action card and give the modified number of initiative commands. 4.12. Select a HQ that was not activated in 3 point. Draw an action card and give it the modified number of initiative commands. 4.1. I just have to check something there. Okay, I've just realised something. As in the COHQ impulse, it says if not activated in 3.31, he wasn't, because Battalion couldn't get through. Draw an action card and give it the modified number of initiative commands, which we did. And then it says save those commands or expend them, and any save commands on units up to maximum per turn according to the visit, which we did. But he didn't need to activate the XO or the platoon commander, because when it comes to the platoon HQ initiative impulse, it says select a platoon HQ that was not activated in 3.31, not 3.32. So there's actually no point in him activating the XO or the platoon commander, because they will be still drawing under the general, under the little number on the command card, the initiative number. So absolute no point in activating them, because the chance to activating them with an activation number past, it's step 3.31. So in actual fact, my company HQ didn't need to activate those 2. So I won't. I'll just bank it. And then we flip that over. So he spent the 2 commands to get the radio communications going again. But there was no point activating platoon command, second platoon, we did use the smaller number. So I now need to do first platoon and third platoon before we do the XO. No point activating the XO, because he, no matter what, he will just get 1 command. So first platoon then, I really don't want to do anything with them, so I'm not going to even draw a card, so I'll just bring them down. And third platoon, well, I think he's green, isn't he? Let's have a look. Where is the platoon? He's there. Oh, he's veteran as well. So let's see what he goes. If he gets up to the 6 commands, yeah, we'll get the reshuffle. So he gets 3 commands. He's undercover, which is 4. And he's veteran 5. So he's at 8. So he's going to get a maximum of 6. And again, there's nothing I really want to do with him at the present moment in time. I just moved the XO. The XO is on 3. Sorry, my bad. Okay, now we do the XO. The XO gets 1 command. Right, and that's it. So what the XO will do is he will constitutes now a casualty collection point for 1, leaving him with 3 orders he could expend. He will now move up to here as well, become exposed for 2, leaving him with 2 orders. And then we need to get this casualty back. So he can't order the first sergeant either. So say, where is my first sergeant? My first sergeant's over here. He'll be able to activate in a minute. So he will ask the LMG team or the bazooka team. The bazooka team to pick up the casualty, which is down to 1. And on his last order, he will order him to bring the casualty with his rockets. Why won't it go underneath when I want it to? There we go. And the casualty, which we'll put there, and we'll remove that in the casualty movement point. Right, so he spent 4 orders. He only had 4, so that puts him there. First sergeant gets 1. What do we want to do with the first sergeant? With his one order? Okay. I think I'm going to move into here, into the open fields. Do we need to do that? Not really, no. So he will order the LMG team with its ammo into the open fields over here and mark them as exposed. Okay, and that's the sergeant. He only had one order. I could have banked it, but I need to get some firepower up there if it's necessary. So that's him done. Next then is the general initiative. Oh, we've got that reshuffle. Boom. That is a real useful feature to have that big red number saying reshuffle. Okay, so I get 3. This is a single platoon operation, so I get 3 halved to 1.5, rounded down, of course, rounded down. So I get 1. 1's all right. With that 1, we will move this chap forward, who was given the volume of fire. So that's now long. Now, oh, wrong card. We go here. Go there. That's now gone, and he will be marked as exposed. Okay. Over to the enemy. Well, we don't actually have any enemy on the board at the present moment in time, so that's good. Mutual capture segment. We capture that enemy casualty, as we do have units on that card. That can do so. Where is he? He's classed as a prisoner, so we place him there. Right, that's him done. Retreat segment. Don't think we need to retreat anybody. Combat and vehicles and movement. No. Mutual combat phase. There's no fire missions. Potential contact. So we've gone on to one potential contact, which is here, which is contact A. Now, we need to update the contact list here. We are not even at contact anymore. So that goes to, well, it's going to change in a moment, because on here, as we're not at no contact, that means that A is an auto contact. You're going to have to work out that if we get a contact or not, we get one automatically, which will, guess what, take us to contact. So let's see what we get, shall we? So we're looking at package, this is A, and we're looking at the 10. Oh, it's package 10. No, it's not package 10, it's A10, which is package 12. Package 12 is a mortar position. LMG with 6 ammo plus 81mm mortar section with 6 ammo together in foxholes. Place PDF volume of fire. They're firing at us. Spotted? No, of course not. And at max LOS and range. Okay, let me go and work out where that all is going to be and then bring it up. Okay, so that's the position there. It turns out there was 2 hill cards, and then I drew an actual woods. Well, mortars can't fire from woods, so I thought I'll draw another card, and it was a hedgerow. It was to the front, and because it's level 2 hill, I then drew another card to see if there was potentially a level 3 behind it. There wasn't. So that's so it's at close range. The volume of fire from the mortar is H, so I've placed heavy weapons fire on this card. Now, my guy has moved on to route point 3 in order, and this card is actually clear of enemy. Now, I'm not quite sure when you determine if the card is secure or cleared and such. Well, cleared means that if it had a potential contact marker on it, it did, and no longer has any units on it, it doesn't. It's cleared. Enemy units is cleared. But when do you determine that? If my guy pegs off now, because it's looking a little bit ropey with some mortar fire coming in through there, with an extra -1 because we're in an orchard. Yeah, don't like the sound of that. Though, do you get that -1 on the mortar? Or is it only if it's a blast? I'll have to double check that rule. But is that card class is cleared? I can't see anything in the sequence of play that says now determine if a card is secure, or is it done at the end of the turn? Because again, there's nothing there in the sequence of play that says so. So let me know in the comments if you know the answer to that. And while you're doing that, give the video a like, go on, you know, it makes sense. All helps the channel, promotes the channel, etc. Anywho, moving on. So I'm definitely removing that because we have touched root point 3 and we moved into there. So moving to the pinned recovery segment. Is anyone pinned who's no combat effect? So effectively, there's only one combat effect, which is this fire on here. So now I need to determine if that burst symbol applies. That burst symbol only applies for any incoming, you know, the incoming fire. It doesn't apply for the mortar fire that this is providing. So, okay, we've got to remember it's night. So volume 5 we're getting incoming on here is 3, -3, minus another 2 is -5. Okay, but in the positive, we got +1 from here, and then we got plus another 3 because of the moon. It is +3 for the moon, isn't it? For the night at the moment. Just double check that. Yeah, it's +3 for the moon. Okay, so net -3, -5, +4 is net -1. It's still not great, but it's not catastrophic. -1, you still hit though. Okay, so the effect of the hit is he's a line unit. Is that paralyzed? Yeah, he's paralyzed. So let's move that. Swap him into a paralyzed unit. At least he's not dead, I suppose. Maybe he can pull back from there. Okay, so he's still on the card, so I would say that he has cleared the objective. Again, let me know in the comments. I'm not sure when exactly that is determined. And then we will reduce the ammo. The LMG still fires, even though its shot was not doing anything effective. And the mortar team, he has fired as well. So it goes down to 5, 2. We haven't fired. Now, I need to put a PDF there to denote that they are actually firing. Flip, not flip, just twist that round. He's out of range. Now, have we got anything that could be firing on him? No, because our machine gun can't see through this hill, and nothing else can. Remember, it's night time, so even if we could see through that hill, we still couldn't see him. And even if we could, and it was daytime, we still couldn't fire at him because the enemy is unspotted. We haven't spotted him. So I don't think we need to actually spend any time to spot him. So let me do cleanup. Okay, so that takes us to round turn 5. Yeah, let's do another. Okay, is there anything else that we need to do? Oh yes, that evacuating that casualty. The last step. That guy there is evacuated. Okay. So we go back to... I know I just forgot to do, didn't I? So there's no enemy. I didn't draw for their HQ event. It's a bit late now. Must remember to do that. Okay, so drawing from my HQ event. Oh, we do get one. The communications back up. They're going, hello, we can talk to you. What do we want me to do now? So they got me to do whatever that 3 is. Let's have a look what that 3 is. Right. 2 to 6, we're still in that category. Lost in the dark. Okay. 3 to 4 is lost in the dark. Randomly select one unit from the squad, from the patrol, move it 1 card in a randomly selected direction, and mark the unit exposed. If the unit leaves the map boundaries, place a new card and a PC marker for that row, or an A marker if on row 5. Right, so I'm assuming I'm going to make something lost the dark, randomly select one unit from the patrol. So I'm not going to choose anyone that's not gone beyond my main line of resistance, because they're not moving as such. But that's everyone on these 2 cards, plus these, plus this guy, plus the paralysed team. You should be marked as pinned, of course, and I know you were all saying that. My bad. Right, so let's see who gets lost in the dark. We'll start going from left to right, top to bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So it's one. We're looking at number 9 after drawing a card, and it is, hold on there, button up. It is the 9th dude who got lost. So, right, it's the company sergeant. Okay, the blundering buffoon. Now, let's hope he doesn't blunder into the bloody minefield. I know, it would be funny, wouldn't it? Okay, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 directions he can go. Let's draw another card, hoping not to get 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hoping to not get a 5. Looking under the 8 number, he gets a 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he blunders down here and is marked exposed. So that's the HQ event. Defensive missions, no. Friendly command phase. So we have, as you re-establish communications. So the battalion HQ activates the company HQ. Right. These didn't move up as they should have done. I think this is because I've moved this card from the side of the where it actually starts. Not sure if it's giving me. It's useful having it this close, to be fair. And me moving these counters up is okay. So the company HQ gets flipped. He then draws a card to see how many commands he actually gets. All right. He gets 2. All right. Where is he? He's not undercover. He's a veteran, so that makes 3. That takes him to 6. Okay, so he will activate. Wait a minute. It's not phones, it's radios. So let's have a look. Where's 2nd Platoon now? Where is the platoon commander? He's on this card here. Again, not undercover. Now, has he got radio line of sight? I'm not sure if it's meant to be direct line of sight like it's got to be, you've got to see. So I'm going to just check the line of sight rules for the radios at night. Okay, line of sight is only traced through straight lines. So unfortunately, 2nd Platoon and the XO are not in a straight line to the company commander. So it's traced as if it was daylight. So if he was here, I mean, he would be able to trace adjacent anyway. So 3rd Platoon can activate, but we don't want to activate him. We don't. 1st Platoon can activate it. The same again. Actually, no, because that can't see through that hedge there and there. You can see on this white border here, but we can't see on there. So we can't radio through to 1st Platoon, and we can't radio through to the sergeant, who's bumbling around like a buffoon. So what we need to do, if we want to get those activated, next time we need to get them on the open field. And then he would have a straight through that open field there communication, because it's treated as if it was daylight. So at the present moment, the company HQ can't activate anybody. That's useful for what we're doing. So now, he is veteran. How many of these commands can we actually save? Maximum save line, normal visibility, and veteran, limited visibility. So he will save those 6 for now. So if we're not activating anybody, and he hasn't really got anything to do other than scratch his butt, we will go down to the platoon HQs. So I'm going to quickly say 3rd platoon and 1st platoon. I don't really want to do anything with them either. So it's really only 2nd platoon, and then the CO and XO, the XO and the 1st sergeant, but they'll only get 1 command each. So drawing a card for 2nd platoon then. That is reasonable. In fact, that's not reasonable. That is excellent. So he gets 4. Remember, it's the smallest number because he's under initiative. So he gets 4. Where is Mr. 2nd Platoon? He's sitting out here, so he's not undercover, he's not veteran, so he gets 4 and keeps his 4. He had 1 saved, so he's now got 5, but can only spend a maximum of 4. Okay, so what do we want to do with him? So he needs to get back in radio communication. He needs to be on this open field here. So that's, does he want to move anybody else forward? I think we're okay. Otherwise, so he moves forward himself onto that card there. It's marked exposed, and that takes him down to 3 orders. Now, do we actively want to engage this German position now? The answer is no. We're here on a patrol. We've found a really strong German position on top of a steep hill. I say steep, I mean, it could be a gradual hill, but a high hill. That's a way of looking at it, a high hill. So no, we don't want to do any of that. What we do want to do is go onto this card, because we've now done 3. It doesn't have to be the same person that goes through the route points. So we might as well send this guy onto here and mark him exposed. Let's run that card. Off he trots. I'll tell you what, just because we're not, yeah, just keep to the standard operating movement at the bottom. He's gone through waypoint 4, so in actual fact, we've now gone through them all. Okay, so it's now time to start thinking about the return. He's got 2 orders remaining. The LMG here, he will order to see if he can find cover. Yeah, he will order them to find cover. So that's, they are a veteran unit, so they'll be drawing 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. No, they found out. You've got 1 order remaining. He actually might as well order these guys back then. Order them back into here and into the cover, and they're marked as exposed. Okay, that's the 2nd platoon commander. Completed his 4 orders. He had 5, 1 remaining. Okay, so we'll now put the XO as 1. Where is Mr. XO? He's over here. He doesn't really need to go anywhere himself. Do we need to find any more cover on this card? I don't think so. That's all that's going to do is really help the enemy. So, I'll tell you what, we will move him to here with his radio, mark him exposed, see if he picks up any orders. That's him done. And he only had 1. And then the sergeant, the bumbling buffoon, who's now exposed, down here. I don't really want him to do anything there, so we will mark him as done. He can bank that 1. Now the all-important one. General initiative. Remember, it's half rounded down. Well, half of 0. I was hoping to get something so we could get this guy to pull back under his own initiative. Oh, that's not good. Okay. All right. Well, we didn't get it. Now, the enemy HQ event. I didn't do last time. Do apologise to the enemy. They don't get 1 this time. So I'll tell you what. Trying in the sense of balance, I will draw another card to see if they get it 1. No, they don't. There you go. So I sort of balanced it up. I know it's not exactly, but there we go. We have drawn 2. So enemy activity, we only have this card here to do. And there's 2 units on there, none of them are lats, so we'll just do it. No, don't just do it. We've got to do it randomly. 1 is the mortar. 2, yeah, it is 1. We've got to determine what the Mr. Mortar has to say about the situation. Right, so looking at this card here, enemy defensive. Now, I can't remember. Are they on a hasty defense? Enemy. No, this is a deliberate defense, and they are veterans. Okay, so bring that card up again. Deliberate defense. On the same no. On the same card, no. AG or H unit with out of out, no. Not under fire and no LOS, they do. Not under fire but has a valid target along PDF, they do. So they automatically try to concentrate fire on Mr. Paralysed. Okay, mean, but there we go. So try to concentrate fire. They are veterans. We are looking for this little roundel symbol, drawing 3 cards. 1, 2. Oh, they do. Concentrate fire on Mr. Now Unfortunate here. Place a concentrate fire. Oh, doesn't seem to be on there. Is it under the volume of fire marker? No. Alright, so it hasn't got a state of concentrated fire. I think I've had this problem before. So you can go sit over there. Where's the concentrated fire marker? There it is. Wonder why they haven't put that under the volumes of fire or something. But okay, so that's him done. And then the LMG, what's he going to do? What's he going to have to say about this particular situation? He'll be on the same category. So will he concentrate fire? He's also a veteran. Yes, he does. 1, 2. He's gone 2 there. So that means effectively we get, let's clone that. Mr. Paralysed is in deep doo-doo. Okay, right. Mutual capture segment. Capture any paralysed or litter team along the card. No. If side does not take prisoners, you don't have to worry about that. Everyone takes prisoners in this theatre. Retreat any unpinned litter team. Okay, and retreat any unpinned paralysed. He's pinned, so I can't get him out of there. I was hoping to be able to do it with an initiative, but we weren't. AT combat, no. Mutual combat phase. There's no fire missions. We have a potential contact here, so we need to flip that over. Okay, it's a potential contact C. Okay, so at the present moment, only 1 card has a volume of fire on it. 1 friendly occupied or enemy occupied is under a volume of fire marker, so we are still at contact. Contact with a C is we're drawing 3 cards to see if that is somebody. 1, 2, 3. No. That is Nout, which is useful. Well, that gives us our path back to base. Okay. Combat effect segment on Mr. Unfortunate Paralysed. We know the moon is +3. Okay. So this second concentrate card from the LMG, you're only going to get, right, he's not going to get all -3. So he gets -3 for the mortar. Okay. -1 for the concentrated fire. Minus additional 1 because his classes are critical, but it doesn't get any worse than that. If it does, let me know. So it's a net -5. However, he's got 3 for the moon, 1 for pinned, and 1 for the orchard. So it's a net 0. Which is a bit better than what he got last time. Net 0. He's pinned. Well, he was pinned anyway, so he hasn't deteriorated any further. Okay. That's useful to know. And that is the only combat we have. So we have, let's consume the enemy ammunition. That goes for 5. Oh, concentrate 5 will use 2, wouldn't it? So that 5 becomes a 3. And that 5 becomes a 3. Yeah. Concentrate. And then we do clean up phase. Are you sure you want to clean up? Yeah. Right, so that's that done. We've done 2 turns. I'm going to do a 3rd turn because it's now should be getting quite quick because we're now just going to try and get out of dodge. Okay. So yeah. Friendly HQ phase. Draw a card. Nothing to say this time. Excellent. Italian HQ activates. Oh, that's right. It doesn't do these, do they? Up they go. XO is now sitting here. First sergeant is with 2nd platoon, 1st platoon, 3rd platoon, and the HQ. Activate the HQ by Italian radio. So just flip that. He now can activate. He's sitting here, not under cover, through the open field, which has got line of sight, into this open field. He can activate 2nd platoon and the XO. So let's flip that. I haven't actually drawn any cards, but we've got 6 saves. So let's draw a card for him. He gets another 4. Let's do the reshuffle. He's got 4. That'll take him to 10, but I'm just going to do that and 2nd platoon. And 2nd platoon, and then bank the rest. He doesn't need to spend any more. Okay. So we now do 2nd platoon. Because we've just basically got to get the guys back. 2nd platoon only gets 1. He's only a line. He's not under cover. So, could have been a bit better than that, couldn't it? Okay, so what's he going to do? I really don't want to go forward to go and get that guy back. We're going to have to hope he relies on initiative. I can't think of another way of doing it. We do need to get this guy back as well. So he's going to move to here, into the foxholes for 1. Gets marked exposed. And then he orders this squad to come back into this cover here for 2. So he's done 2 orders. He only had 2, so that now marks him as complete. Unfortunately, that still leaves him now undercover, which means he won't be able to receive a radio communication next time. God, these radios are really not so good. I nearly said the S word there. Right. We then go to the initiative. No, we've got the XO. XO, Mr. XO, come on, what are you going to do? Get a few more orders than 1. 5, that is a few more than 1. Mr. XO is what quality? He is line as well. So that stays 5. Okay, so you can only use 4 of them. Right. Now, can he order the platoon commander? Sort of a hierarchy thing, isn't it? Who can order who or who? Okay, command reference. So XO can't activate anyone, but he can order any unit except higher HQ. Platoon commander is not a higher HQ. Okay. So he could move over to here. Well, he's already marked exposed, so there's no point. You can move him out of the cover. And then he no, I tell you what. No. Being foolish here. Being foolish. Right, so we can try something here. This could be a bit on the risky side. Okay, what I'm going to try is a line unit. I'm going to try and infiltrate here. Because if he successfully infiltrates the card, now, He's going to draw 2 cards to try to infiltrate. But if he does, he's not marked as exposed. He could then order this pinned unit back to this hedgerow here and then move himself off there. However, if he fails in the infiltrate, he's then marked exposed under heavy mortar fire and in a very unhappy position. That is a tough call. I really don't want to leave that paralysed team there, but it does mean that I have to draw at least a 2 on the initiative phase. This is what I love about the game. These kind of decisions you've got to make. Do I risk my exo? Let me know in the comments at this point if what you guys would do, because I honestly don't know. And again, while you're there, give me a like, subscribe if you're not already done so, and you like what I do. But that is a risky business. It is night time though. It is night. Go on then, let's try. Mr. Exo, he's going to try and infiltrate that card. 1. Darn it. 2. I can't exhort him. You can't exhort yourself. So he arrives here. Exposed. Okay. All right. So that leaves him with 3 orders. He then orders this paralysed team back to here, putting itself at risk. Let me just check that. Can you exhort yourself? Exhort. Where is the exhort command? Is there? Originate any HQ staff, a unit that just failed an attempt. You can declare this action once for any failed attempt. Draw 1 more action card. It's got a little number 1 there. It requires an originator HQ staff to order, even if carried out in general initiative. Okay, I'm going to just check. Can you exhort yourself? It doesn't really say. It says there are some actions that always require HQ staff, or HQ/staff, to be the originator, even if attempted under general initiative. These are exhort, and then there's others like reconstitute platoon, reconstitute the CO, HQ, etc. It then says under that order, exhort, draw is auto, any HQ or staff is the originator recipient, a unit that just failed an attempt. You can declare this action once for any failed attempt. Draw 1 more action card. So I am going to, let me know again in the comments if you think this is wrong. He is going to, before he sends that paralysed team back, he will make another attempt to infiltrate. He is allowed an extra card. He didn't get it anyway, so that problem is resolved. Okay, so he's down at 2 commands. So 1 was to go on the card, 2 was to exhort. He's now down to 2 commands. He then orders that paralysed team back. He's then got 1 command back left. He can't get off that card because he's exposed, so he can't move from there. You know what? He will try and look for cover. He could do that. Find a foxhole to dig in. You're already exposed, so he's going to look for cover. 1, 2. He's found some cover at least. 3. Okay. So he's got something to stick his butt into. There he goes. But if he survives this, he should get at least some form of commendation. What do you reckon? Because, you know, that was a little bit of a risky move. So he spent 4. He had 5, so he's got 1 remaining. Let's flip that over. Okay. Anything else? The first sergeant, he wasn't activated, so we can draw a card for him. See what he gets. He gets 3. Now that's what I want under general initiative. Anyway, he gets 3. Where's the first sergeant? He's down here. All right, so he moves onto this card here. Becomes exposed. I'll tell you what, he actually goes into the cover. Okay. That's 1 command. You got 3. Oh, wait, no. He wasn't activated. I didn't need to draw a card. No. He only gets 1. He's only got 2 commands. So 1 command's to go up there. If you're not activated, if you're platoon commander, you get to draw a card. Otherwise, no. So he goes in there. He goes into the cover. So he's exposed. And then he orders the squad back onto this card here. Marking exposed. Okay, so it's just him and the machine gun team there. On there. Okay, and he's used both of his orders. Right. I don't want to do first and third platoon. They're not doing anything. General initiative. So that would have been my card. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to draw a new card. Oh, 3. So I get 3. So I didn't need to expose my exo. But there, I wouldn't have known that, would I? So, oh man. We didn't need to expose the exo. Hey ho. Who have we got here? Squad. Right, so we're going to pull one of these squads back. Tell you what. Oh, that paralysed team should be marked as exposed as well, shouldn't it? Yeah, so you can't move again. So yeah, we'll pull one of these squads back as well. Just trying to rebuild the squad back up. Okay. That's it. Right. What are the enemy HQ going to do? What have they got to say about this matter? What they got? They're going to say something. We've got to say something. Look, so I want a 10 draw. We are now in turn 6. What's that? Yeah. It's a 1. Okay. Turns 2 through 6. Evacuate casualties. Remove all on-map casualties on cards with no US troop. Well, we took that 1 casualty they had prisoners. So, effectively, they're doing neat. Now we've got to determine, because they've only got 1 card with active enemy on it. I think it was automatically, wasn't it? They were concentrating fire. No, wrong one. AG or the right ammunition, not under fire and no LOS. Yeah, then so not under fire, but has a valid target along PDF. That's what they got, because now it's the exo on the card rather than the guy. It's automatically they will try to do a concentrate fire. So we'll do the mortar. 1, 2. Right, so the mortar doesn't get it. Then the machine gun team. 1. Machine gun team get to concentrate fire. But at least it's not a devastating. What a critical, that means. It's all devastating, but it's not a critical hit on there. So I'm going to mark the enemy's fire now while I remember that the mortar has only fired 1 shot. So he goes down to 2, whereas the machine gun has actually fired 2 because he concentrated fire. Okay. That's the enemy done. Capture segment, none. Retreat segment, none. Combat vehicles, none. No fire missions. Potential contact. I think we didn't go on a new card, did we, this turn? No. Pinned recovery segment. Okay. So, in this one, remove pin markers from any vehicle or infantry units that are not under a volume of fire marker. Right. So, this pinned guy here is no longer pinned, so let's get rid of that. And that's it. So there we have the shots on my guy here. Again, the mortars are giving the bit massive volume of fire. -3, -1 for the concentrated fire, so it's -4. -2 for the exposed, -6. 3 for the moon, 1 for the cover, 1 for the orchard. So that's 5. So it's net -1 on the exo. Come on, be kind. No, he's hit. Okay, so he was a line guy. He's become paralyzed. Okay. Pull at that. That's a bit unfair, but there we go. And what kind of lat is he? State is 5. I need to remove him. So basically I got myself in a slightly worse situation, but that's what happens. I think his class is eliminated. Yeah, the actual guy that got paralyzed was the exo himself. So a posthumous, yeah, written in dispatches after the event. Oh well. Say, game can be hard. I made the wrong decision, but I wouldn't have known what the initiative would be. So clean up. Are you sure? Yes, okay. All right. So we've done 3 turns. We've got 4 turns to go. Turns 7, 8, and 9, and 10. Now, that should be marked as pinned. Okay. All right, let's go back to the top and discuss what we're going to do from here. Oh well. It would have been nice if he'd only been pinned rather than paralysed, and I could have tried to pull him off next time, because he at least gets 1 order for himself, doesn't he? But, yeah, fate. So, what I want to do now, because obviously I'm now just going to be pulling back my guys, I'm going to shoot the remaining 4 turns off camera. Okay, but so I'm not going to end this now. What I'm going to do is shoot those 4 turns, then I'm going to bring it back, because we're going to go through the end of sequence to actually no, I'm not. Nah. Tell you what, yeah, I'm going to shoot those 4 turns off camera, end this video, and then when I come to do first platoon's recon, I'll mention what I did the second platoon. That better. But let me know in the comments if you need me to do first platoon, because you've now seen 2 platoon actions. They're going to be similar. Okay, going forward, not encountering that much enemy, hopefully. I'm not sure how many more guys I'm going to get off. I'm just going to say I'm going to be clocking through the turns. I'll do the reset phase. But let me know in the comments if you want to see first platoon of this mission, or I can just do that off camera again and then move straight into mission 4, which is the same map with all the things that we've discovered, and us going on the attack against the enemy, and hopefully taking the map again. But the enemy will be starting on our cards. Yeah, should be interesting. So, I'll rephrase that. PC markers will be starting on cards. So there could be minefields and exo. You know, they just treating like they have been infiltrating us too. Right now, the boring bit. If you could like the video, you got this far, please do so. It helps the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. All helps. If you would like to share the video with someone who would be interested in Fields of Fire, again, all helps the channel. If you'd like to join and become a channel member, the link's in the bottom below. And finally, if you'd just like to give me a super thanks so I can get one of these, as in the liquid inside, not the actual mug, that would be, again, appreciated. A coffee and so on. I hope you did enjoy that because, yeah, I know it's not the most exciting thing on these patrols, but things do interestingly happen, like that hill with a mortar and machine gun firing at me. That's a bit nasty. And as I say, you do get moments of heroics from you guys. I could have made the decision just to pull him back, but I didn't. That's what it's all about. Those kind of critical decisions. If he had survived and pulled it back, that would be a tale worth telling, wouldn't it? Okay. Until next time, play games, have fun, bye, internet.